Varsity Viewpoint. I am Mr. Book / Ted Lasso, joined by Dane. Logan is out today, and we have special guest
Tanner Hokamp.
All right, so we've got a lot on the slate today for our special Halloween episode, but the first thing I want to talk about is volleyball regionals. There's a regional championship game tonight against Effingham at 6 o'clock.
I believe so. Yeah, 6.
Dane, did you go to the regional semifinal?
I did.
Tell us about that.
It was fun. We lost first set. It was close. I think we lost, I don't know how much by. It was close. And then we won the second set by, I feel like it was a lot. And then our third set we won by like 10-2. So
yeah, I think it was like 25-19 the second one or something like that.
Yeah, the last set was a lot. The third set we kind of ran away with it. Yeah, it was fun.
That's the third time this year that CM has faced Highland and went to 3 sets all 3 times. CM won all 3 times. So that's awesome. I heard that Effingham is the top seed, so technically they're the home team tonight, which is wild because we're hosting. But I also heard that they're not like super good for being a 1 seed. Like it's attainable for us to.
So what does a home team mean in the volleyball?
So in regionals and sectionals, the higher seed is the
right,
home team.
but like what are the advantages of a home team? Is there something? Do they get to choose
home
something?
court advantage, probably about it.
No.
Well, yeah, but we are the
but
home
we
we're
team.
the home
that,
team. Is
yeah.
what I mean.
Also, the energy at the semifinal game was fun. There was a big student section, and there were chants going.
Oh, I think it's going to be even crazier tonight when everyone's in costumes.
Hey, all students, Miss Oaks offered pizza. Be there at 5:30 tonight. First come, first serve.
You heard it here. 5:30 tonight. It is $6. I know that normally students get in free for events, but you cannot whenever it's an IHSA regional or sectional event if it's postseason like that. So bring $6. Come support the girls. I know they would love it.
Yeah.
More postseason stuff. Cross country sectionals coming up this weekend. 2 days. That's in Olney, I believe.
I don't even know where that is.
I have no idea where that is.
2.5 hours, I think, is what someone said.
Yeah, that's far. I'm not going to Olney.
Nope.
But be rooting you guys on. We had Max and Tulio on previously. I think we're going to have the Cranfords on at some point in the future, hopefully to talk about state. That would be awesome.
Yes. Yes. No. Get out.
Dane's dad's trying to get in on the pizza.
Unreal.
Okay, so yeah, cross country, they're going to do what they do. You know, they've dominated the county meet conference, then regionals. You know, to me, they're state bound, and this is just another step in their path.
Yeah.
I think Max is going to win the whole thing.
I think Max is taking sectionals easy. I want him to win state. He's too humble. He won't say he'll be able to, but I want him to.
He is really humble.
I think there's a
Humble
chance.
guy. I mean, last week we had him on, and you're like, tell us about the meet, and he was like, yeah, it was good. We won, and he just didn't say anything about himself. And then I had to I was like, who won?
You had to coach him into it.
And he was like, oh yeah, I won, I guess.
All right, I want to ask a few questions to our guest. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, your grade, the sports you play, all that.
I'm Tanner. I'm in 11th grade. I play baseball, basketball, and football. So done that since I was little. So it's everything.
Okay, so tell me first about the junior year campaign for football and kind of how it went, where your head's at, and what you're looking forward to for senior year for football.
I think everybody kind of saw what happened this year. You know what I mean? It's not the past 3 years. So it's definitely it's not easy to go through that for the past 3 years. And so I think that all the juniors and sophomores that'll be juniors next year, we're all trying really hard to switch the program around for next year. But this year wasn't the best. You know, we were 2-7. Lost to Jerseyville, which should have been closer. It should have been, but it wasn't.
Pontiac game was really close.
Pontiac was a good game. I mean, I was out. I had a partial tear of the MCL. Yeah, partial tear of the MCL in the Highland game, which ended my season. Kavan missed 2 games. Flowers missed 2 games. So
Parker missed a couple too, didn't he?
who?
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah, I think he missed 1, and then Hall was out with a meniscus tear. So
Yeah, Injuries definitely didn't help out this year for football. But I'm excited about winter because winter is my two favorite sports, basketball and wrestling. What's going on with you for basketball now? I know you said you had the meniscus tear in your
MCL.
MCL. Someone else had meniscus.
Whitehall.
Yep, you had the MCL. Tell us how it's going, and when you plan on being back to full strength.
So Monday I was cleared to go back to easing my way into basketball. So yesterday I shot in the morning with Chuck and you, and I felt pretty good. It's definitely different shooting a basketball since the summer, because I haven't touched one since the summer. But I think by the November 11th to probably the end of that week, I'll most likely be back to full strength to go again.
Duncan.
We'll see.
I don't know if we're dunking the first week back.
Probably not,
That'd
but
be crazy.
He ain't Duncan, period.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, we'll see.
That would be awesome.
We'll see.
And then baseball. I know last year was a little rough.
Yeah.
We did have a lot of seniors last year, didn't
Mm-hmm.
we? And 0-10 in conference.
Mhm.
Sorry to bring up the bad news, but it's just facts.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough.
Both of you guys can answer this one. We have a new coach this year, new philosophy,
Coach Fair.
Yeah, Chris Fair, awesome dude. He graduated 1 year before me. Always a nice guy, fantastic coach. What do you guys think the program is going to look like this year?
I'm excited for it. I think he's got a really good attitude about everything, and he's obviously a former player, and he just wants to be the best guy he can be for the program. And I think off-season workouts start next week, and I'm excited. I mean, we haven't had a new coach in baseball in forever. Smith was here forever. He takes the football job. We need a new guy, and I think he's a good.
We went the right way with him.
Yeah, I think he's a good segue into a new.
Yeah.
And he's listening to all of us. He's not coming in like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Like, he's coming in, he's listening to what are you guys used to? What do you guys like? Like, he put out polls in the group me for what times everybody's available to hit, what days throughout the week, and then he through all those votes, he just put out an entire schedule. And if you can make it to those days, you can come. If not, there's going to be days that are at later times, earlier times for basketball, wrestling guys. So
Yeah, it's cool.
it's all been pretty smooth. The camp went really well.
Camp was
The
fun.
kids' camp went really well. It was
So-
really fun.
I haven't talked to Chris in a long time. I remember him being a super humble dude.
Yeah, I could definitely
So
see
he
that.
may not have talked about this before, but did you guys know that his class set the
Won.
wins record for CM? I don't know if it still stands today.
I think
it
he-
might have gotten beaten.
He
But
I
mentioned-
don't- I don't know if he
put
mentioned-
a banner up for the conference or something.
Well,
like that.
I think all he mentioned was that they won conference.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think he
really
said
all he said,
anything
yeah.
about.
they set our wins record all time at CM. They were insane. They were really good. Everybody popped out to the games when they played. That was my junior year, and I just remember they had a lot of dudes go play college ball.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, Coach Fair is going to have our baseball program turned around. I can't wait. I do want to mention a couple of people who helped out CM Sports this week. Legacy Wealth Planning, which is AJ Erzin's business. Thank you, AJ. He donated a 75-inch smart TV to the boys basketball program. And then Dan Cruz wanted to match that, and he donated a 75-inch smart TV to the girls basketball program. It's just awesome stuff from the community. It's just the most Bethalto thing I've ever heard. So anything happens or someone needs something, the whole town seems to come together and do stuff. So I thought that was really cool of them. Dane, talk to me about the World Series.
Man, it wasn't as fun of a World Series that everyone else thought it was going to be. Nobody wants to see the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series, but I think they were easily the best two teams, and they're easily the two most fun teams to watch battle it out, and the Dodgers kind of just ran away with it. I know the Yankees won Game 4, should have won Game 5, absolutely blew it, mental
Yeah, Cole
errors.
blew up.
Garrett Cole,
Aaron Judge.
well, Aaron Judge didn't hit the entire World Series. I don't know what his
Yeah,
batting
neither
average
did
is.
Shohei,
he got
though.
a home run yesterday in the.
Shohei didn't hit
meaningless
either.
game.
I'm pretty sure Shohei and Aaron Judge were both like 2-17 going into
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
last
but-
game.
Shohei had a really bad
But
World Series.
but you know that mental error with Cole, bases loaded, 2 outs, ground ball to first base. I mean that's little league stuff. You know, as a pitcher, ground ball to your left, even if it's a second baseman, at least start your way over there. You know, doesn't get that out, snowballs. I think the Yankees had 5 unearned runs.
Yes.
Which I mean that's just inexcusable, and I think it just the pressure got to him.
They would have been the first and only team in MLB history to go down 3-0 in the World Series and force a Game 6. Now, that means no one's forced a Game 7. No one's came back to win. Like, that's insane numbers.
It's hard to do though. I mean,
Well, sorry.
no, you got it.
A 3-0 comeback's only ever happened once in a playoff series, and that was
0-4.
Yeah.
04 Yankees Red Sox. And I mean, that series is just so well known, and it wasn't even a World Series. If
Yeah,
you can
ALCS,
imagine,
yeah.
you know, even if it gets to Game 7 where it's tied 3-3, you know, that series would have been like a movie. Even if the Dodgers end up winning, you know, just the storyline of how the Yankees were so down and so out, and then come all the way back, even if they don't win.
When the Yankees were up 5-0 last night, I thought for sure that they were just trying to get it back to LA. Like MLB just wanted it back to LA. One more game, a little more money for both teams.
Mhm.
It just seemed sketchy. And then I'm gonna be honest, I went to bed and then I woke up and saw it was over. I'm like, what?
Well,
What do you
it
mean
was funny
7-6?
because I told my dad, I had just got home. I went and got food, came back. I was listening to it on the radio. And I was like, man, the Yankees are just pulling away. They're just pouring it on. And I go downstairs. I was playing Minecraft with some of my buddies and check my phone, and my dad just said, in quotes, the Yankees are pulling away. I was like, uh-oh. I look at my phone, it's a tie game. I was like, good Lord, what happened?
Yeah, I was in my car listening, coming back from the trunk or treat, and I heard Stanton hit the home run to make it 5-0. And I was like, oh, this one's over. I didn't even watch it, to be honest. But
Yeah, I got home and I was like, oh, this game's a lot closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, because
And then my dad was like, well, the Yankees were up 5-0, and then they just gave up like three errors. They just blew it. So I sat in there and watched it with him.
if only I could think of a team that fell apart like that in a big game. 03 Cubs. Shout out Florida Marlins for coming back with all the errors the Cubs had.
How about the
Yuck.
2021 Phillies Cardinals series? We were up.
Yep.
What was it? 3? I don't know. I think it was 3 runs. Me and my dad were there.
I was there.
You were?
Yeah.
The Juan Yepes home run. You know, that happened right in front of us. It was actually really funny because me and my dad were sitting down the left field line, like in foul territory, and the ball goes up, and everyone stands up. You know, everyone goes, oh. And me and my dad are both just going too high. It was like Major League. You've seen Major League?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like, we were both like too high, and we're just watching it. And as soon as it hits, we both just jump up, and we're like, oh. And then we blew it.
I was with my friend Brian, who tunes into the podcast, and his dad. We got playoff tickets for literally $2 a piece.
That's crazy.
And there was a guy who was not the most sober gentleman in front of us, and Juan Yepes hit the home run. He had been calling it out the whole time. This dude knew nothing about baseball. He just thought the name was funny. So as soon as he hit the home run, he yells out, Juan Yepes! And he takes his shirt off, whipping it around. It was a very memorable game, but I know Brian and his dad were pretty upset at the result because they did blow that. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was rough. It was upsetting to say the least. I just can't watch my team win.
We know you didn't really care about it, but
No, I loved it.
yeah. No,
I
Oh,
loved
he
it.
loves
no, he
watching
loved
the
it.
Cardinals
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah, and there's a couple ex-Cubs on that team, so it was good.
Yeah, there was.
So I do want to ask you guys as well about the Mookie Betts play where he went up to catch the ball. The guy literally grabs his glove, rips the ball out while the other dude grabs his wrist. They got
And
kicked
helped
out
him.
for one game only.
No, they
No,
they
they got
their
they
tickets
got banned.
pulled. They
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
They did
so
go
they
back and do it.
had Game 5 tickets
Yeah.
last night, and they took their tickets away
Okay.
and refunded them.
As of last night, they weren't going to do that. Whenever I was listening to ESPN radio, and they were discussing why they thought it was stupid, and they should pull those tickets at least for the rest of the season, which obviously turned out to be one game.
Mm-hmm.
But now I heard they're contemplating a lifetime ban.
Mm-hmm. So they pulled his tickets, both of their tickets, and I think they redistributed them to some children's hospital patients.
Cool.
So that was cool. But he went on a podcast or an interview or something with
Barstool
somebody.
Sports.
Yeah, and he goes, and he said, everyone knows that I patrol that line.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh, who is this guy?
Yeah, he doubled down. What I want to ask is, what do you guys think about like a lifetime ban? I've heard people say that they should have been arrested.
I think
Like-
when it comes to those players and that atmosphere, and you doing that, that's just like running on the field. That's just like streaking.
Mhm.
You're doing something like that.
It's,
He could've
it's
injured
interfering with play. That's what I was gonna say. Can you imagine if he just pulled his wrist the wrong way and
Yeah.
injured him and he was out?
And
Like,
it's a Mookie Betts.
can you
Like-
imagine the outlash
I
you
think
would
the
get?
Dodgers would have sued that.
I mean,
guy.
think about.
100%.
I mean, well, this is like a whole Bartman situation over again, and Bartman didn't even do anything. But
It wasn't his fault.
what do you feel? How do you feel about that situation?
I've been asked this question hundreds of times in my life, and the Cubs had a lot of chances.
Oh yeah, I mean,
They were up 3-1 in the series, so I don't care what happened in one inning, one play. But yes, I can envision Moises Alou going up to make that catch. I'll never get that out of my brain. It's not Steve Bartman's fault. The city of Chicago was wrong for how they treated him. The Cubs tried to make it better with what they were offering Bartman. He refuses to come back. Like, he doesn't want anything to do with the Cubs.
well,
so.
he couldn't go out in public in
Yeah, it
Chicago
was-
for
Is he
like
the radio guy? Where's like the
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. On the
And-
side, on the foul. Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
I know they blew up the baseball and did all that kind of stuff, but going back to that one play, one thing, just reminds me of the 1985 World Series,
Buckner?
Cardinals Royals,
Oh, okay.
the
Oh,
miss
84 was
the
Buckner.
missed call, at first base. I think Joaquin Andujar covered.
Yeah.
And I mean, beat him by a step and a half, calls him safe. Royals come back, win the World Series, and everyone blames that one single play, and it's just as much. I'm sure my dad's about to say, "Oh, this was all one play."
That's exactly what I was going to say. What your dad says. Shout out Alex Gonzalez for botching the double play. That nobody remembers Alex Gonzalez's error, and I think he led the league in defensive WAR for shortstops that year. He had the least amount of errors for shortstops in the National League, and he chokes, and it just kept going on and on. But you brought up people having the one play and everyone remembering it. I want to say it's 1984. This is before I'm born, so if
Bill
I get the year
Buckner.
wrong. But Bill Buckner, right between his legs,
Yeah.
and that dude couldn't go out in Boston.
Oh no! I mean, can you just imagine that? That's to win the World Series.
Yeah.
The Mets won the World Series, and so you think about '86, so year after
Oh, it was
'85,
86,
yeah. So, I just can't even imagine because I beat myself up after making a stupid play in a high school baseball game. Can you imagine losing the World Series over something like that?
I wouldn't be able
Right
to talk
through
to
your
people.
legs. Oh my gosh, I would be inconsolable for.
I don't think I'd
long
ever be
time.
seen again.
And think about it now.
I'm so serious.
Think about it now, where there's media contracts, and if you play professional ball at any sport,
Yeah, that's
you
it,
have to talk to the media afterwards. It's in your contract. There's no chance I would do that. I'm paying the fines.
Well, think about there's so many people known for one singular play, whether it's good or bad, and Bill Buckner is that play. I was just talking to my dad about this last night. I don't know if you know the Tony Tarasco play, the Derek Jeter home run that
Oh, yeah.
in the right field, and Tony Tarasco reaches up and the fan reaches over. That got brought up because that Mookie play,
Mookie play.
and I was like, Tony Tarasco is literally known for getting a home run stolen from him, and it's just it's so funny to think about all the people that are known for one play, whether it's good or bad. Stephon Diggs is always going to be known for the
Minneapolis Miracle.
Case Keenum, you know.
Odell Beckham Jr., the one
Yeah,
handed catch. All
Odell
that kind
Beckham
of
will
stuff.
always be known for one catch. There's so many guys like that, and it's just like one singular play will have you known for your career, whether it's good or bad. So.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, so let's move on from baseball. Bronny James got his first points for his career in the NBA last night. If you're counting, his total is still at 2. That's all I got.
How many games has he played?
Well, the Lakers have played 5. I don't know how many he's appeared in. I know he was definitely in the first game, and he was definitely in the last game. He was not in the second. So upwards of 4.
I heard he was.
The worst part about it is
Going
he
to
scored
G
in the
League.
fourth quarter with not a lot of time
It was
left.
garbage time. It was not a close
Yeah,
game.
I'm saying.
He got some Dane Goddard varsity.
And a lot of people are comparing it to LeBron's first point with the mid-range jumper, like in the corner. Like
So
Man,
I can
it's
already
not
feel the
close.
vibe on this,
Yeah.
but between you two, I want to know, do you think Bronny James is good, overhyped? When's he going to the G League?
soon.
Like,
Soon.
Well, the thing is, I feel like if this guy's name was not Bronny James and it was, you know, Nick Smith,
Lindell Clark, something like that.
If his name was not Bronny James, he would never gotten drafted. He would never.
I wouldn't
think,
say that, but
well-
because you also have to realize if he's not Bronny James, he's not training with all these guys like
Well,
he's training with
it does-
because of LeBron.
I'm
He's
just
not
saying,
you know what I
if
mean?
this
Like,
guy's,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
this guy, if there was a blind draft and like he was just covered up and you could see everything about him, you just didn't know his name, I don't think he would get drafted. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he
don't-
would
I think
get.
he'd go I think he'd go undrafted and get signed by the G League.
I
That's what
don't
think
know.
would happen.
I just feel like he's
he
not
wouldn't
that
be in
good.
the NBA right now.
I'm
not
not,
a
I'm,
chance.
and
Not
I'm
a
not a big
chance.
NBA guy, but I watched his very limited time at USC.
God,
Because
that
of
was,
heart
that was terrible.
problems.
Well, there was the heart problems, but like when
Beginning.
he was playing,
Yeah.
he wasn't even a stud in college.
I didn't see him facilitate well. I didn't see him play defense well.
I think
He
his
didn't-
defense was okay.
It's
His
okay, but
defense
it
was-
wasn't like
Right.
great to get to the next
It's not
level.
an NBA defense.
Yeah. He didn't shoot particularly well. He didn't score in like big numbers from getting to the bucket like his dad does. But yeah, we're talking about him getting his first 2 points when fellow rookie Dalton Connect had 18 last night off the bench. I think they lost still, but whatever. Dalton Connect is the rookie to pay attention to on that team.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he was doing the same thing in college. Like he's
Yeah.
playing, he's doing whatever he wants on that basketball court.
I'm glad he's gone from Tennessee because I'm pretty sure Illinois plays Tennessee this year, and now we have a chance. Even though we just lost to Ole Miss, not fun.
Yeah, I don't know how Mizzou's gonna go after last year.
I mean, shout out Syracuse. They won their first exhibition game against some D3 school. My dad will help me out. We had one guy that everyone's talking about. He played really good, and I think they play their last exhibition match against Slippery Rock tonight. Syracuse is gonna be good.
Did you
Good
say
basketball.
Slippery Rock?
Yeah, Slippery Rock. Come on.
What
you
is
don't,
that?
You don't know Slippery Rock?
I do. It's just hilarious. Like,
You know, fun fact, me being the Michigan guy, every Michigan football game since, like, I don't know when the tradition started, a long time ago, they announced the score of the Slippery Rock game in the middle of it.
what?
I don't know why.
He said,
Really?
"Don't sleep on the
Don't
rock."
sleep on the rock. No, but I'm excited to watch Syracuse basketball. I think I'm gonna get out to a game. Either I think we play Louisville this year, and I think I'm going to that game.
Oh, that'll be a fun
Yeah, I've been there once. We got destroyed.
one. Monday, team bonding. We're going to SAUE's home opener against Westminster. That'll be a fun one. It's really cheap. It's in Edwardsville. So it's
December
not
7th
far.
at Notre Dame. That's when I'm going.
Oh, that's when you're going? Nice.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. That's a good one.
I don't think he meant.
Yeah, that would be a fun game to go to. Notre
pretty
Dame
sure I'm-
basketball doesn't bother me.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to the Mizzou Illinois game this year.
I've been to that a few times. That is so fun.
Is it in St. Louis?
It's at the where they do all the ice.
Yeah, I don't know what they call
I don't
it
know what
now.
they call it. Where they do
It
like
used to be
all
the
like the ice
Savage Center,
skating and
Enterprise
stuff, like-
Center.
You know how
Oh,
they have
the
like
Blues.
You know how they have like
Is it
no,
Enterprise
it's
Center?
not. No,
Enterprise
that's not.
Center.
It's not where the Blues play.
Oh.
You know where they have like the
Is it
like
the
Disney on Ice
Is it
and
the
all that?
Billiken Stadium?
Edward Jones
Chaffetz?
huh?
Edward Jones Zone.
That's where they play the basketball game.
Yeah,
Edward
that's where
Jones
they
Zone?
have before.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
'cause
like
I was
if you
gonna
keep
say they
going
might-
past, it's like right by the soccer field.
Well, they might just play it
Oh,
on.
that's Chaffetz.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
the
that's at the
Billikens.
Chaffetz. That's where they play at.
Oh my God! Then they've moved it all over because I've been to it at Edward Jones Dome. I've been to it at Enterprise Center.
Okay.
Well, I know baseball bragging rights game is always at the Grizzlies,
Yeah.
and that's always cool
Yeah.
because it's just college baseball is so pure and it's so fun to watch, and it's cool to think that it's literally just a bunch of college guys
Yeah.
doing what they love.
Well, we have a short show today, so we have a couple minutes before we have to wrap up. Anything you guys want to talk about that we haven't talked about? It could be NFL, your fantasy football league, if you want to brag on that. Anything you want to.
My fantasy team imploded last week
Yeah,
against Cale McMichael. I was in the middle of the noon games. I think I had 6 guys playing. I was at like an 88% chance to win, and the
Those numbers are faulty, by the way,
No.
on Sleeper app.
Okay, but still, I was
You were going
I
to
was gonna win easily. Titans were getting absolutely ran off the field. I stopped watching all the football. I have 5 TVs in my basement. Titans game's always in the middle. There's 4 others, and Titans were terrible. And I just went into my room, and I don't even know if I took a nap. Whatever. I was done with football for the day.
Yeah, I hate
opened
those days.
I opened my phone like at the start of right when the noon games ended, at the start of the 3 o'clock games, and I was at like a 30% chance. All my players just like got completely shut out in the second half. So my fantasy team. So
Mine's kind of bouncing all over. I have 2 teams.
your team in our league is terrible.
Yes, I was gonna say the league that I'm in with you, the lunch table league.
Well, it's not
I-
even your fault though.
I won the first week, and then everybody got hurt on my team. It's
Puka,
insane.
CMC.
And then last week I have, Puka plays really well to start off on Thursday night, and then I faced the team who scores the most points. I didn't have a great week anyway, but I've lost 7 straight, so that sucks. However, in the basketball league, I'm 7-1. I lost the first week there, and I've won 7 straight. So it's polar opposites. I'm not too happy. I'm not too sad. I just look at the other league if I want to feel the other way.
That's how I am. In
How's
my,
yours
mean-
doing?
I'm 4-4 right now, so I mean I'm right in the middle. I mean I had a few guys get hurt. Cooper Kupp went down.
Yeah.
He was one of my bigger receivers. Saquon's he'll put up 7 points. He'll put up 33. So he's one of the most unpredictable running backs I've ever seen when it comes to fantasy football.
I've had that issue with Joe Burrow this year. One week he's got putting up 30 some. The next week he's putting up 8 points, and it's just like,
Tyreek Hill.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
see,
a lot more low than high right now.
that's
but
just
Tua's
'cause
back,
the quarterback issues. So
Yeah, Tua being back helps. Yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap this thing up though. Tonight, volleyball game, 6 o'clock, $6.
Door one.
Oh wait, I
Don't-
always forget door 1, door 2. Dane, we got a couple of minutes.
Okay, so I came up with this in my English class today. I was having trouble coming up with one, but behind door 1, every lie you ever tell, people believe it. Doesn't mean it comes true. Like you can tell someone you have $1 million and they'll believe you have $1 million, but it
But
doesn't.
you
You
won't
won't actually have $1 million.
Okay.
Or door 2, you know every single time someone is lying to you.
I
I
gotta
want to
go-
know every single time someone's lying.
I was about to say
Wait.
I can go with
No,
that
I
one.
don't.
Yeah, I do.
You
I
wanna-
want to know.
You want to get away with every lie?
No.
I
I feel
don't
like
think I would use that one as much. I think me telling the lie and everyone believing it is what I would choose. Not for the fact that I would tell a bunch of lies, but dude, it would break your heart if your best friend just lied to you, your girlfriend, your wife.
that's
your
the thing
daughter,
though.
your son.
They're not your best friend though. If they're lying to you, they ain't your best friend.
I know, but
Everyone.
I don't know.
lies,
I just
though.
feel like if every single lie I knew, I would just be sad.
Your mental state would
I
be.
would be sad all
yeah,
the time.
I agree.
I think my relationships would be better
I
with
think
everybody I knew.
I think I
You
would
trust the ones you actually keep around.
That's what
I
I'm
guess?
saying.
Yeah.
I would be around the people that
What about you, Dane?
I
I
can.
think I would get away with every lie. That's what I would choose.
Would you use it a lot?
I don't think I would use it that much, but I do think that it would be helpful in some certain situations.
'Cause here's the
when I
thing.
need to
I'm a
lie.
pretty good liar. So, and a lot of people believe some of the lies I say. So
I don't believe any of the ones you tell me.
You say that.
Yeah.
You say that.
You don't know when. he's
Unless you
lying,
chose door 1, then I have to.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was door 1, door 2. Thanks, Dane. We'll see everybody next week. Like I said, volleyball game tonight, 6 o'clock. We'll see you there.
Come get some pizza.